Hi everyone, this is Shalini Joshi Amdagni from magicalpainfreeliving.com, and I'm coming to you live from my home in Bangkok, Thailand. And today's Facebook Live is about the weekend market story and the well-being ingredient. So I'm going to be sharing with you a little story about my weekend experience recently. And I'll be sharing with you the secret ingredient to well-being, to happiness, and also, checking in with you how you can add a pinch of this secret ingredient and how that would change the flavor of your day, of your life. So if you are interested in finding more balance in your life and feeling more happy and healthy and attracting more money or whatever it is, I promise you that adding this ingredient into your day will, change the energy, change the flavor, and you will be in a happier vibe to attract whatever it is that you have set as intentions for the year ahead. Okay, so first of all, thank you for joining me right now. All those who are joining me live, hello Sasu, Hope, thank you for being here. There's someone else there and I can't see that person anyway. So if you're joining me live, welcome. If we have never met, my name is Shalini Joshi Amdagni and I am an international physical and emotional pain relief expert, helping people who are feeling sick and tired of being in pain, whether it's relationship pain, whether it's physical pain, work pain, feeling disconnected pain. I help them feel relief quickly so that they can get on with their lives feeling more peace, feeling more clarity. And so thank you for being here. And if you're watching this on replay, thank you for being here too. The topic we're focusing on today is the weekend market story. It's my personal story, a recent experience, and also the well-being ingredient. Okay, so I'll just jump into the story. So the weekend story. So my husband and I have decided, because our kids are teenagers and they're very busy with school activities or tuitions. Their weekend is really packed, and so we would find ourselves getting bored. And before we would adapt everything to their schedule. But over the years, we decided that we need to do our own thing, otherwise it gets really boring and routine and frustrating. So recently, because it's a brand new year, and 2018, I had, we're always setting intentions for the new year. We do it as a family activity. My kids do it. And I wanted, to add more like an uplifting energy to the house. And so we thought that we'll go to the weekend market in Bangkok, Thailand. There is a very popular weekend Sunday market. It's called the Chatuchak market. Some of you watching may know about it. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Thailand, it's like magic land. You can get anything and everything, and it's all really, really wonderful. So I had in mind, like, maybe I'll buy some paintings to add more color and fun to the energy of our home. I've had cushion covers that I was like bored of, so I said I'm going to buy some colorful cushion covers to add more this happy, colorful energy into the house. And whenever you go to that market, there's just so much out there that I thought, okay, we'll see what else takes our fancy, and we'll just go with the flow. So this past weekend, actually, my husband and I, we went to this weekend market. And hi, Shamla. Nice to see you here. So we headed to the weekend market, and I think Shamla, you're familiar with it. Hi, Guneet. So Guneet, this is the weekend market that you missed out on. Oh no, I took you there. I took you there to the Chatuchak market. So I was there, and as you know, Guneet, you can go crazy in that market. And so we're walking along, and we went straight to the area which had these mirrors and paintings, and we're looking at them, and there's just so much amazing decor there. So we were going getting a little bit overwhelmed, and we like so many different things, and we went from shop to shop, and we took pictures of the alleys, because there's just hundreds and hundreds of these alleys over there, right? You can get lost. An entire day there, and you wouldn't be finished with it. An entire week there, and you wouldn't be finished. So we're going crazy. We're looking at stuff, and I picked some things that I liked. I took a picture, and we were still exploring. And after like 2-3 hours of exploring there and going crazy, we were hungry. So we sat at one of those small, noodle shops. Last time when Guneet was here, we were sitting and chomping away at this yummy Thai noodles and stuff. So we were sitting there and having, eating our lunch. And it wasn't lunch, it was about 4 o'clock in the evening, but we didn't get time to have lunch before because we were going crazy looking at all the stuff there. And so after we finished lunch, we were discussing during lunch, like, where should we go next? And should we go back to that shop, or what did you like? And, just having that conversation. And I know, Shamla, I love those shops too. And so, we finished our lunch, we paid the bill, and we were walking towards the old shop. One of those old shops, because we had it in mind that we're going to buy some of those things. But the route to that shop was different, and we took, because this place that we were eating, it was a little bit in a different spot. So we started walking, in a certain direction, but eventually it would lead us to that shop. So on the way, there were all these shops with all these cute little animals. There were hamsters, there were rabbits, there were dogs of all different breeds. There was the beagles, there was, just about everything. There were even snakes there. There were birds. And we were going crazy. My kids love dogs. We have a dog. His name is Bruno. And he's not in my Bangkok house. He's in my other house because my husband spends a lot of time there. So we were looking at dogs, and I thought, okay, let me take a few quick videos of these dogs and send it to my daughter because she loves, animals. So I was taking pictures of the rabbits, and I was remembering my friend Alpana, who had bought her hamsters at this weekend market. And my husband is exploring these animals on his own. There's so many shops. And then I see him waving to me, calling me very excitedly. And so I walk to this shop. It's right at the end of this space. And he said, look at that. You look at that dog. He's so cute. And to my surprise, there was a Yorkshire Terrier. And the story is, that my daughter's friend, Sophia, has this Yorkshire Terrier. And my daughter, Ria, spends a lot of time with her friend, Sophia, because she just loves this small little Yorkshire. And I have seen so many videos of this cute, tiny little toy dog that I had told my kids, My son is 17, and my son is turning 17 next month, and my daughter is 15, turning 16. And I told them, once you guys are gone, I'm going to get a Yorkshire Terrier because, it's easy to manage and easy to blah, blah. And it's just a toy dog. And I've had a big dog. Well, beagles are not that big, but it's a lot more work with a beagle. But I thought, if I'm going to get a dog, it's going to be a Yorkie. And so I see this cute, amazing, adorable little Yorkie. And, I just fell in love with this cute thing. And I'm thinking, I want it. And, my husband, he's a dog lover. I was never a dog lover, but I became a dog lover once we had a dog. And ever since then, every single morning, my daughter will come up at the breakfast time and say, Mom, look at this dog video. Look at this cute dog. And she has, those dog videos. She subscribed to that channel. But I would, every time she showed me the videos of the dogs, I would say, show me that Yorkie's videos, her friends' videos. And here was this adorable little Yorkie. And I just knew I had to take him home. And, I swear to God, we had no intentions, no plans, zero whatsoever of getting a dog in our house this year. I was not, I was not considering it. My son is, in his second last year of college, school, and he has IB exams coming up in February. And, it's a very, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of hard work for him. And I just wanted to devote my time to my work and to just supporting my kids at this time with their studies and stuff. So this was really not a plan. But when I sat there and I held this tiny, cute, gorgeous, innocent, beautiful dog, I just knew I had to take him home. And we debated for about half an hour, and the more we played with him, the more we fell in love with him. And eventually we bought this cute Yorkie from the weekend market, and it was almost 6 o'clock, and the weekend market closes around that time. They were already packing stuff. Hi, Natalie, and I know you want a Yorkie too. So no plans of getting a dog, but here we were out of nowhere. We weren't, if we hadn't been to this dog alley by mistake, we wouldn't have had this dog. But, I don't know, as fate would have it, we went through this alley, we fell in love with this dog, and we brought him home, and we forgot all about the mirrors and the wonderful paintings and the cushion covers and all of that. And, we got him home, and it was like my kids had no clue that we were getting this dog home. And when we entered, of course, both of them were locked in there. My kids were one was locked in his room, she was locked up in her room, teenagers. And as we came, we said, hey, you have to help, we called them out, and we said, you have to help us with the furniture, with all the stuff that we've got, help us to sort it out. And it was just a trick. And we had put this cage on the dining table. And as soon as they came out, my daughter, she looked at that bag, and she knew it was a dog bag, like a pouch. And she had a hand on the mouth, and she was crying. And she says, what is this, And oh my God, I can't tell you how thrilled and happy and full of gratitude they were to see this cute, tiny, little, joyful, innocent creature. And, as it's been just about less than a week since we've had this dog in our lives, and it's just been life-changing in a really great way, because I find that our daily routine, our relationship with each other, our interactions with each other, and how much more love and joy our lives have been infused with because of this beautiful, fun, loving energy that this dog brings. His name is Simba. He is 2 months old, and he is sleeping there right now. But it was my intention for this year. I mean, for the home, was to pump up the energy and to bring colorful cushions and bring lovely paintings, because our walls are pretty bare, and I had liked them that way. I just like it simple. I don't like it too cluttered. And as fate would have it, or the universe would have it, I think my house just got infused with so much more love and fun and joy and happiness. My kids come from school, and they would usually say, "Hi, Mom, how was your day?" "Great," and then move on to their rooms and lock themselves, right? And now it's just a whole different scenario, because they'll come and we all sit around, and they're loving on Simba and playing with her and asking me what happened today, and whether it's dinner time or lunch time. The whole energy of the house is so much more uplifted and joyful. And my son is starting to late sometimes because he has a lot to do, and then he'll take a break and he'll say, "I'll just play with Simba for a while." So it's helped reduce stress levels. It's pumped up the energy, and like the whole flavor of the day has completely changed by infusing this into our lives. And so that was the weekend story, and the wellness and the well-being that follows it. Because when you're in the energy of love and fun and happiness and joy, and you have that as a regular ingredient in your life, then it becomes so, because statistics have shown that 80% of all diseases are because of stress. And what is stress? Stress is anger, frustration, overwhelm, resentment, unforgiveness, lack of peace, lack of fun, lack of joy, right? It's all those negative, heavy emotions. That's what stress is. And everybody knows that stress causes diseases, but really not at a very detailed level, because I find that people are generally, generally okay with, I have stress, and but we don't really realize that it's the day-to-day stress, the day-to-day overwhelm and anger and frustrations and lack of sleep, and all that creates daily dis-ease in your lives. And it's the daily stuff that eventually adds up to the bigger disease, or the bigger symptoms, or the bigger the chronic pain. And I know, because I've been there. So 10 years ago, my life was miserable. I was stuck on bed rest, and I was in pain. And the missing ingredient, which is really fun, the fun ingredient was zero in my life. I hated my job. I did it because, I just had to keep doing it because I couldn't find another job. And I came from this unhappy, unfun kind of place back home, and I brought all the negative, frustrating daily energy into my experience with my family, with my kids. And I found myself feeling edgy in my relationships, and I was spreading this unhappy energy in the house. My husband and me were having conflicts because he had just started his own business, and fun was just, I couldn't even imagine what that was all about. It was like all the fun had been sucked out of my life, like a, vacuumed out of my life. And so, in life, things can get quite serious. And physical pain and health and money and where do I get this? And, even when we're starting the year and we have all these dreams, but then we think, how is this going to happen? And we start getting sucked into that daily routine, which for many can be really fun if if you're having a lot of fun. But a lot of people, the daily routine kicks in, and then we get focused on the serious stuff, and we start taking life seriously, and we get sucked into the overwhelm and the frustrations and the helplessness and hopelessness, and how am I going to achieve this and how am I going to achieve that, but I need the money and I need this and I need to achieve that, and it all becomes far too serious, and if you look at the emotional scale, on the one end is anger and fear. These are heavy negative feelings: depression, anger, fear. And on the other end is love and fun and joy. And so, I think that life, now that I can see my life 10 years ago, here's what I wrote when I was thinking about it. Life without fun is downright unhealthy. And I truly, truly believe it. I truly believe it, because if you're not having fun, what are you working so hard for? What are you so serious about for? Like, what's if you're not having fun along the journey, then I think I was missing out on life, and I was missing out on the main ingredient that makes life worthwhile, and that is having fun. I wasn't having fun with my little 3 and 4 year olds back then, when it could have been that I was I didn't take it so seriously. But if you're not having fun in your journey right now, I don't care if it's your relationship or your work or whatever's going on, then it's time to look at that piece and say, how can I add more fun to my life? And you might say, Shalini, well, I'm in chronic pain, or it's easy for you to say right now, but I'm going through this. And I'm not talking about getting a dog to have more fun. I'm talking about adding just a pinch of fun. Okay, just a little pinch of fun. Think of a recipe for your day, and maybe the main ingredients are work and meetings and clients and blah blah blah. But how can you just add a little pinch of a fun ingredient into your day? So, for example, this is just what I came up with, but I'm sure you brilliant people out there know what's fun for you, right? So it could be move furniture. There's so many days when I'm sitting and I'll just be inspired to move furniture, and suddenly I really like the way the house is feeling. And that's just me, but I don't know what's fun for you. I'm just throwing out ideas. A new dish. You can try a new dish. Just a pinch of something different into your daily routine, right? I just got a haircut, and that's making me feel a little bit, lighter and fresher, and happier, because I felt like my hair was getting so long and was dragging, and just a haircut, shifted that energy. Nail art, yes, in Thailand, all over the world really, but what little thing can you do? Maybe a spa treatment might be fun for you. Maybe just, checking in with your friends, like what are some fun comedy shows? I love Big Bang Theory. Every time I'm sitting in a plane, and I travel many times, I make sure I'm watching some fun stuff. I have another fun story to share with you maybe another time, but it really uplifts you and puts you in this happy vibe. And the thing about fun, why is it important to have fun? Okay, so fun is important because when you are having fun, now think of an example, think of a time when you were going crazy and having so much fun and laughing and just letting go and just, not having any cares. So when you're having fun, you're not worried, you're not scared, you're not angry, you're not fearful, you're not resentful, you're not overwhelmed, you're not doubtful, you're not skeptical. You're far from those heavy, heavy energies. And E is equal to mc square, as Albert Einstein said it. Everything is about energy. Everything is about your vibration, about your frequency, about your energy. And a lot of people, my clients too, and friends and family and contacts don't understand, like, how do you know if you have a good vibration? Well, it's your daily mood, right? Your daily mood is your daily vibration. Like on a scale of 0 to 10, how are you on a day-to-day basis? 0 to 10. 10, I'm having fun, I wake up, I'm grateful, I love the life I'm living. It could be better, but I'm really having a great time. That's 10 in my books. And 0 is the other end. So what is your vibe? Is on a scale of 0 to 10, you can check what your vibe is, right? You can see, am I on a daily basis, how do I generally feel? And if it's 5, then it's in between, right? If you're having you're okay, but it's not fun and amazing. Maybe it's lower than 5. Maybe it's 8. But as you add this ingredient of fun, a little bit of fun, something that makes you happy, that makes you feel just joyful in the moment, can really help shift the overall vibe of your day. And your vibe is what's attracting what's coming to you, whether it's clients, whether it's money, whether it's your, you talk, Deepak Chopra always talks about the happy hormones. When you're in a happy, fun place, your body is secreting the happy hormones that build immunity, that build, strength, and keep you happy and healthy. So I don't know what's fun for you. Maybe it's watching comedy shows. My kids and I tend to make collages sometimes of things that we would like to experience. One of the things that I often do is I do a mini getaway. I'll go to a waterfall. I'll go into nature over the weekend, just a day trip, a couple of hours away. I might just go to the riverside. I might take a walk in the forest. That's fun for me. So, yes, be a tourist. Sometimes my husband and myself will just go exploring Bangkok because we haven't explored so many places. So what's in your hometown, what in the area that you live that you haven't explored? I mean, there's so many easy ways to add a pinch of fun to your daily routine. Just something really simple, something out of routine. If you just step out of routine and add this little ingredient, it can really shift the flavor of your day. So I wanna ask you, what is your turn for fun? Okay, so I want you to ask yourself, what's fun for me? What's fun for me? Maybe you can make a list. You can pause if you're watching on replay and make a list. If you're watching live, you can have a think right now, like, what's fun for me? And on a scale of 0 to 10, right now, how much fun am I having in my daily life? You don't have to tell it. You can put it in the comment below, or maybe you don't want to share it, but just have an honest reflection about how much fun am I having in my life today. And the other question that I want you to reflect on is, not reflect on, but just think about what fun ingredient can I add into today's recipe? What could it be? Maybe it's just listening to music as I walk to work, or, something really simple. Maybe I'll try an ice cream from the ice cream parlor that I pass every day. I'll try a different flavor. So it doesn't have to be like ground moving kind of activity that you add into your daily routine. But like for me, I work from home every single day. And so what I try to do is sometimes I'll just go out and do my work from a nearby coffee shop. And that shifts the energy for me. That's fun for me, right? I'll just have a coffee, I'll have a little snack, and I'll do my work from there. So that adds a different fun flavor to my everyday experience. So are you with me? I don't know if you're resonating with this, or if you are connecting with what I'm saying. I would love to know. I would love to have your comments below. But if you take time to reflect on what's fun for you, how can you add a little bit more of this fun ingredient? As I was saying before, adding a pinch of fun will change the entire flavor of your day. And eventually, if you do that regularly, then it will change the entire flavor of your life. And the saying is that if you keep doing the same things over and over and over, you'll keep getting the same results. So what if you could add a pinch of fun into your daily routine? How would life change? I believe dramatically. I believe that having fun and finding things to do that are fun, for me it's dance, for me it's music, for me it's moving furniture, for me it's going for a nature walk, taking a mini weekend getaway, exploring and being a tourist in Bangkok, things like that. It really changed the flavor of my life. So if you resonate with this, hi Anju, good to have you here. Hi Beck. I hope this is resonating, and I would love for you to comment below if you watch this. How are you going to add fun, the ingredient on fun, into your day to day? And what is your list? What is your go-to list? Right? You can write it down and write down a bunch of things that might be fun for you to do, and see how you can incorporate that into your daily life. And I promise you, if you truly begin to do that, this small, simple things, this small, simple act will entirely change the way you live your day-to-day life, and it will impact not just one area, but all areas of your life. Because if you're having fun, that high vibe energy where you are appreciating and carefree and enjoying and appreciating, then that's what you start attracting more of, and you'll sort of pump up your vibe, your daily vibe, and attract more of what you want into your experience. So I had written somewhere, stop, don't, I can find it here. Don't take life too seriously. Don't take life too seriously. Nobody gets out of it alive, as some quote says. So don't take life too seriously. Make sure you add a pinch of fun ingredient into your day. And I would love to know your comments below of what fun things are you thinking about right now that you can add to your day. So thank you for joining me. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. And if you think that someone, a friend of yours, or if this might be helpful to someone your contacts, your family, do share. And I'll see you again next week, same time, same day, with another story, with another, another tip that might help you, educate you, make you aware, or just simply entertain you. Thank you for joining me, guys. Bye-bye. See you next week.